All right, hey, my name is Mark Delatorre. I'm here with MIG helping the city through the Heart of Golden process. To date, we've been at this for about a year now, back in March. If you've been involved with the process so far, we had the pleasure of coming out to the community with three very distinct concepts of different approaches. What we heard through that process was that from the community perspective, to the degree that we can push as many of the buildings that we're considering as part of this project to the east end parcel, where the current Core's office building is located, to preserve as much open space in the center part of the corridor, that's the best approach we could take. So we've looked at a couple of different flavors of putting that together for this particular event today. None of these are going to be the eventual concept. They're really just different pieces of a lot of different elements that we've been discussing with the community. So through this process, we're hoping to, one, orient y'all to the plans, two, talk through potential locations for different facilities such as the library, fire department, and museum. And then lastly, look about how those might be visualized from an aerial perspective and thinking about some of those precedent images about park elements that might be appropriate here in the central zone.
Hi, I'm Carly Lawrence. I'm the Deputy City Manager for the City of Golden, and we're at the City Hall station. And at this station, we're talking about this exercise in where we would position buildings in the different plan. So first, we're asking people where they prefer to have the library. The first option, we have the library just moved a little bit to the west. And then in the second option, we have the library moved more to the west, across from Lions Park. And then in this third option, we have the library moved towards the east end with City Hall and police facilities. So we start with this question and see where people prefer to have the library. Most people so far have preferred to have the library remain mostly in the central corridor area. So then the second question we've been asking people is where they prefer to have the fire department. So the two options are to keep it where it is currently and expand it in that building. And then the second option is to move it east where the City Hall and police departments are. So most people have said that they prefer to move the fire department to the east side. And then the third question we ask is where would you like to place the museum? So the first option has the museum in its existing location with some expansion. The second option has the museum across the creek where the history park is and puts it right on that history park area. And then the third option has the museum where the existing fire department is. So in this scenario that people move the fire department to the east, then it's considered to move the museum where the fire department is. So this has been a little more across the board in our conversations with people so far, where they prefer to have the museum. So we've had a lot of really great conversations. So this poster really shows the visualization of the central area kind of from the top. So it's like a bird's eye view of the central zone. Right now, the existing conditions are pictured in this corner, and it shows a lot of buildings and a lot of parking lots. And then in all three of the concept visualizations that are pictured here, there's a lot more green space, a lot more open space, and less buildings in the area. So that's the primary thing we've been talking through with people, just the difference in open space in this central zone. And then down here we have a sketch of a view kind of looking from the side of the library towards this direction, and it has kind of a picture of what that could look like. So different nature play, park areas, and a lot of open space improvements in the central zone. And these are some of the images, and people have been kind of commenting on what they'd really like to see here. The pedestrian walkways and naturalized landscape is what a lot of people like to talk about for the Creek Corridor. They really want improved pedestrian activity along the Creek Corridor and more green.